And then, of course, all of the squares that you see all over the place. No denying that. Those are definitely of intelligent origin. Here it is in a slightly different format. I just simply adjusted the lighting. Here I adjusted the lighting again. You can easily see the squares and rectangles and what look like buildings. And there's a lot of other things to see in here. If you take the time and go over this area very, very slowly, there is a lot to see. Here it is in a inverted format. Light is dark, dark is light. And notice the lines that form up all of these rectangles and squares. And right here's the rotunda, the round-looking building. Here's the taller-looking building. Here's the pyramid-shaped building. There's a lot of things to see here if you take your time and go over this area really super slow. Here I took away a lot of the darkness and just kind of oversaturated it with light, and it didn't really produce anything other than what we could see in the other previous images. Here I zoom in on what looks like the Capitol building. Very, very bizarre. This is on the surface of Mars, by the way. Here's another what looks like a taller structure. And here's image number 2. Check this out. It's a wider field of view. And you can see the squares and rectangle shapes go on down around the southern end. I'm assuming this is the southern end. You can see some over here as well. And if you look up here in the upper left, you can tell at one time there were structures here. There's at least 90-degree angles left. They're just not as obvious as the ones over here on the right and then these down here. These look like they sustained some sort of damage from something. I don't know what. But these down here look to be in much better condition. These up here look a little rougher. There's the rotunda again, the round building right in the center of what could have been once a thriving city. I don't know. It looks like at the very least a large village of some sort. Definitely speaking very, very loudly intelligent design. There's that building right there. This is when I kind of noticed it in this format here. You can see a vertical structure right there. There's a good view of that dome-shaped building right there. It's even reflecting light, or at least it appears to be. And again, notice all of the nearly perfect squares. They're obviously in pretty rough condition right now, but you get the idea. Those are definitely square with 90-degree angles, and they were built with purpose in mind. They were built for something. I don't know if they were built for protection, if they maybe once had rooftops on them. Maybe they still do. It's just impossible to tell from this angle. Here's another building right here. This appears to have almost a V shape to it, like a pyramid would, but it's difficult to tell. Here's a format that brought forward the dome right there in the center, and you can see what looks like a vertical structure there. There's another look at the pyramidish shaped building, not an exactly perfectly shaped pyramid, but close. Up here looks a little smoother, like maybe, I don't know, something happened to that part of the city or large village, however you want to identify it. But notice all of the 90-degree angles. They're just everywhere, galore. This was obviously built with purpose. It had a function at one time, similar to a city that has infrastructure, streets and roads that run east-west, north and south, and when they intersect, they form city blocks. That's maybe what we have going on here. Maybe these are like city blocks. Maybe these were some sort of roads that we now see that look like walls. Maybe those are roads that intersect and form blocks like we have today. I don't know. But that clearly looks like a